You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and White Sports fans, we're going to talk about Brian Flores once again in this video. As you guys know, Mr. Flores is suing the NFL for racism when it comes to hiring black coaches. Now, guys, we believe that the Rooney Rule is a terrible thing. The NFL needs to do away with it. But however, Brian Flores really does not have a case, if you ask me, in my opinion. Now, Mr. Flores did not get the Houston Texans head coaching position. They went with another black coach, Lovie Smith. And Brian Flores came out and said that the only reason why the Texans didn't hire him was because of his stance on racial discrimination and suing the NFL. Now, the Houston Texans have come out and said, no, that is not the case whatsoever. And I believe, folks, that Brian Flores is really burning a lot of bridges when it comes to his future in the NFL. I believe he actually wants to be the new Colin Kaepernick and become a professional victim. However, one aspect of Brian Flores is his representation in the lawsuit against the NFL. And Fox Sports' Emmanuel Acho has noticed something about Mr. Flores' representation. Check this out. Emmanuel Acho blasts Brian Flores for using an all-white law firm to sue the NFL for lack of diversity. This is hilarious, guys. And you guys won't believe this. You really won't. But let's read this. Brian Flores is suing the NFL over the league's lack of diversity among head coaches and executives. But the optics of the law firm he chose might not be doing him any favors. And it's not, folks. Last week, Flores hit the NFL with a lawsuit alleging racial discrimination within the league's hiring practices for head coaches. While Mr. Flores has a fair argument regarding the lack of black representation among NFL head coaches, he hired an all-white law firm to help plead his case. After it was previously reported by Outkick founder Clay Travis, Fox Sports host Emmanuel Acho admitted he hoped to brush this aspect of the lawsuit under the rug, but couldn't. So he didn't even want to talk about this, but he said, I can't even not notice what's going on here. He says his quote, I notice a complete, utter lack of diversity in that law firm, Acho told his Speak for Yourself co-host, Marcellus Wiley. All of the partners in the law firm are white. And if you go to the law firm's webpage, every person of the 19 people on that webpage, you will not find one black person. You are suing the NFL because of a lack of diversity, Acho continued, and your representation is suing the NFL's lack of diversity. I believe they made an error right there. Somebody's got to make it make sense. And he's right about this, folks, because if you go over here to the Whitdoor LLP, you can see here the team. That's just 5 people right there. That is all white people. Now, me personally, I don't care. I'm not into the identity politics. They can do whatever they want to do with their law firm. But you can see here, meet the team, the partners, the founding partner, and the other 5 partners here, all white. All white. And the attorneys here. You can see here, not one black face. Not one. The paralegals. Same deal here. And the marketing staff. Same thing right there. So there is a lack of diversity here in this law firm, but Brian Flores is suing the NFL for lack of diversity. And it is his legal team's job to say, hey, the NFL, you're racist, you have no diversity, but yet this law firm really has no diversity whatsoever. I find that to be really, really hilarious. But Acho goes on. He says, how can you sue the NFL for lacking diversity in their head coaching rankings, but the representation you have suing the NFL has less diversity than the NFL in which you are suing Acho rented. That to me was astonishing. And it really was, folks. But I'm not surprised, man. Emmanuel Acho's right on the money on this. Brian Flores, he's really not making a good case for himself. He's not. But I believe it's not really about him winning to me. To me, I don't think Brian Flores really cares about winning this case or not. He wants to become a professional victim at this point, a la Colin Kaepernick. Now, I do believe, folks, that the NFL, they're probably going to end up settling this case with Brian Flores. They probably are. I mean, they did the same thing with Colin Kaepernick, even though Colin Kaepernick also had no grounds whatsoever. There was no proof that NFL owners colluded to keep him out the league. When we have seen Colin Kaepernick get like 3 opportunities to come back into the NFL. The NFL bent over backwards to allow him an opportunity to actually come back. But professional victimhood, man, it pays off. I wouldn't be surprised if Brian Flores got a Netflix deal. He got his own TV show. I believe this is what this is about at this point, man, because I do believe Brian Flores has ruined his future in the NFL. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.